Hey guys, HarlequinCoHO here, and I've got another game. We've had some requests for multiplayer games and things like that, and I haven't got a lot of replays on that just yet, so I thought I would go ahead and put out one of my own. So, these are my two best friends, and we have been playing 3v3 and 2v2 games together, going all the way back to Warcraft and Starcraft and all that sort of stuff. So, y'all know me, Harlequin up here in the upper left. In the middle is Guantes, who's another one of my best buddies. The three of us just all have been playing games forever. And of course, here on the right is Quasimodem, you guys may know from the replay launcher that I linked in an earlier video. So here's the three of us just doing a normal 3v3 ladder game today. We're not the best players on Earth or anything like that. We're not, we know what we're doing, but, just an average game. We're not, I don't think we play super frequently enough to be top ladder or anything like that. But just thought I'd throw this out here to give you a good idea what's going on. So I'm the armor player in this, Guantes is the airborne player, and Quasimodem is the infantry player. And let's take a quick look at our opponents and just see what we are up against. Let me grab one of these guys here. So on this side we have SMS Spears, and I'm going to have to just click right through these guys just to be able to see all this stuff. But clearly he's a defensive player. In the middle we've got Heinrich W. That sounds familiar, actually. I may have seen him before. Who is, let's see, is also is a Blitzkrieg commander. And then we do have Agent down here, who is a Terror commander. So we've got kind of all three commander abilities listed for everybody. I'm going to pull up the map here just to kind of give a idea what's going on. You can see these guys are running out here right away to cap these points. And, I'm not really opposed to that. I think that's a pretty good idea a lot of times for German players, is just to come right on out here and settle down and make it your plan to get a HMG team into these buildings. You can see that both sides of the map have the same idea, and as you'll see pretty soon, our team just really doesn't give a crap. This was a pretty standard game for us. We usually do pretty well against just kind of random ladder players, and I'll go ahead and switch it back. Again, we just played this game like 5 minutes before I cast it, so I thought I'd throw it up there because people had been asking about this sort of stuff. But we'll see. Our doctrine, for the most part, is we don't really care at all about victory points or anything like that. We like to just grab our munitions, get on up there. You'll see I get an early Gladiator Rifleman. I know Guantes loves his Wilson's Rifleman right off the bat, and that sort of thing. We got some more Weapons Utility Riflemen for Quasimodem. A good mix of stuff here. And we're just going to kind of smash on into this with hand grenades and just make sure we all have enough munitions to get stuff done. A little bit of a hole there in the wall, and you can see the kind of futility of this method of just defense. You spend so much time getting the defense up that it doesn't do anything. You'll see right away. Here's me on the left here against a barbed wire fence, and I've got two engineer squads. Doesn't bother me one bit, and I'm just gonna sit here and just chop holes in it. And Gladiator Rifleman versus Pioneers is kind of a joke. So Guantes, on the other hand, has his work cut out for him just because it's a more open map, and so he's got to fight directly into this building, getting shot off by Vos Grenadiers. So I do think Heinrich W here in the middle is doing a little bit more standard play, but of course the early Wilson's Rifleman and the Wilson's Bazooka guy are all having some fun out here, destroying terrain and throwing grenades and that sort of thing. So three of them versus a bunch of Pioneers. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble, and he's probably going to have to reinforce. Let's take a look here. You'll see that I'm fighting this sniper, and it's just not going very well for me because SMS Spears has got the right idea, and he's backing his sniper up with the machine gun, which is always the best thing to do. However, luckily for me, Guantes has his assault jeep, and he's going to come right around and flank and just cover me a bit. But by now, I've actually had to get out of here. My charge up wore off, and I wasn't able to pick off that sniper. So good combination of units there. Unfortunately, these two rear gunners just do a lot of damage to jeeps, so Guantes is going to, chase them off and get some damage done and kind of spearhead my attack a little bit. Taking a look out here, once again, Heinrich W does have a pretty good control over this area of the map. Guantes does have the victory point, and D was not quite fast enough to get into this building before looks like the hero HMG team got in there. Not sure exactly which one it is, but thankfully he does have a nice flanking position set up, so these riflemen are just kind of taking one for the team, while the weapons utility guys are going to sneak up behind and get some explosives going off in there. And you can see that looked like that was a satchel charge going into the building, and what kind of kills he's going to get? Come on. Boom! 100%. Alright, so weapons utility men do have satchel charges, and just took out all of that pretty well. However, Eagle Eye Sniper is now quickly encroaching on him. Guantes has massive infantry here in the middle from Heinrich W, while meanwhile I'm just kind of pressing onward. And Guantes is trying to capture this point, but he is getting a bit flanked by this HMG team. We'll see if he notices quickly enough to get out of there, and he's just going to take a lot of damage. Guantes! And I think he is done for. Sorry. Whoa, ejected. Anyhow, seeing double machine guns setting up over there, I decide not to capture this point and retreat back a little bit. If you saw our earlier 3v3 game, we play on this map a lot. I don't know why, we just do. And, oh, flamethrowers and lots of infantry. Guantes, get out of the heavy cover. So definitely going to have to retreat there. Flaming gentlemen running around everywhere. Wounded guys everywhere. Guantes is being pushed out of the middle a bit. But as I was going to say, looking at the tactical map again, you can count the fuel points on this map, and you can see that there's a nice strip of fuel points here and a nice strip of fuel points here. Our strategy on this map always is capture all of these fuel points right here on the left and all the ones that we get for free. So just take all the fuel and really capitalize early and often on having a fuel advantage. I'm getting some flamethrowers. You can see I'm just kind of I'm in a standoff sort of mood. I know I've got my fuel point, and that's all I need at the moment. Luckily, they haven't really put a lot of priority to these, but it looks like they are just starting to back cap us now. And seriously, back cap us. Okay, I'll take back that. Nice. Well, I don't know if I really like the bunker here. I'd rather see it like back a bit. This is a pretty exposed bunker. It's very easy to come in with infantry and attack the side of it, that sort of thing. Flamethrower engineers. So here I am making a nice, terrible attrition in the sense of actual attrition, like losing tons of life and that sort of thing. Kind of push. I don't actually mean the infantry commander ability. And really hoping I get a little bit luckier with my focus fire. You can see I took out one MG squad. And I'm brute forcing this MG team. I tend to be a little hard-headed about MG teams, and you can see I was hoping for a little bit better grenade there, and I did it. I had great cost of life, but, you know, there are more elegant ways to take out machine gunners. So quickly, we're losing our fuel here. It looks like Heinrich W. here in the middle has had the best time against Guantes just because he responded in tune with lots of infantry and flamethrower engineers. And Guantes is an infantry guy, so that's kind of the hardest thing for him. Sorry, he's airborne, but you know what I mean. Early game, he goes lots of infantry. We all win infantry. Who am I kidding? So, going to take a look out here. Guantes has back tech to a weapon support center. He frequently does that, and we'll see him whenever he's on the bottom part of this map here. His favorite thing to do is to set up mortar teams to support the middle and just hang them out on the sides. Sorry if I'm missing a little bit of action, but going over everything else here. It looks like that was, I believe, pillage operated by Heinrich W. The sounds are sometimes similar here. No, yeah, that was infantry pillage there. So, but Guantes back teched as well. Looks like I missed his building going up there. Where the heck is Guantes' building? Is this Guantes? Oh, you know what? He captured that machine gun, I'm assuming. No? I'm an idiot. Sorry, I'm just going to keep talking here and embarrassing myself. So, before long, I'm just going to shut up and keep casting the rest of the game. So, you can see I was just about to cap this point, but unfortunately, we've got a little bit of reactive. Hoping I can get the point off, because reactive doesn't work if you don't have sight. I think, oh good, I'm good. But then he just drives up with his motorcycle, gets sight of my units, and I really have to get out of there fast. So, that was that. We do have Quasimodem moving around. I'm going to switch the colors back just because it's easier to see what's going on. And my biggest regret, by the way, is Raid as a tank commander ability. You can see I have almost a standard layout here, but I have Raid instead of Armored Bounty, and I'm going to retrain. Armored Bounty is so much better. I never use Raid because I just don't like Jeeps that early, that often, so we'll see. Anyhow, you can see that Quasimodem's having some good luck up here with his Assault Jeep. This stupid machine gunner is back in here, but it looks like, boom, yet another satchel charge from the one remaining weapons utility rifleman with 5 kills. Crawling around there in the dirt. I was expecting a heavy infantry surge. I saw these guys moving up. I saw the machine guns, and I figured I'd get ready to lose this point and have a nice fallback position that would suppress as soon as they got around this area. But that never came to be. So, a little defensive on my part. I have no idea what this guy is doing. I mean, you know, okay, I get the idea of reinforcing this area, but he's really spending way too much time on base defenses. And to some extent, this game is much like other, you know, real-time strategy games in that, like, you're almost always better off building units and occupying territory with units than you are building static defenses and controlling territory with static defenses. That's not always true, and there's certainly a lot more of that here. Like, this kind of stuff is pretty nice on Quasimodem's part. But we'll have to see where everybody's going here. We do have Lee's HMD team moving around. Guantes has his mortar team. Oh, of course, I'm sure he supply dropped and got some of these in, because, you know, like I said, I'm an idiot. So, Guantes, lots of good support units now, and it looks like he's just kind of laying siege to this area in the middle of the map. For the time being, things have calmed down. Like I said, I expect an assault. I'm waiting for an assault. I've got some ambushing kind of flamethrower engineers here, and just kind of holding back. You know, I want to make him come towards me. You can see I'm just kind of stalling. Hopefully we can get some tanks up and that sort of thing soon, but, you know, we're all just kind of waiting on that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, Guantes does have a massive surge of infantry coming out here. You'll see this, you know, interestingly placed medic bunker. Again, I would have rather seen it a little put off to the side maybe, but just a slaughter going on here. We've got lots of, area of effect healing going on, hand grenades going on, pillage is up there, close combat Volksgrenadiers, MP40s, Browning automatic rifles, all that sort of stuff going on, and just a slaughter. Bodies dropping left and right. And this medic is going to capitalize, and I think Guantes typically is a much more gentle soul, but he may take notice of these medics and grow tired of their constant resupply. So like I said, just kind of stalling here for me. I noticed I didn't want to back tech. I didn't want to deal with any of that. I just figured I'd make him fight forever capping this point while we, you know, maintain control of the map. And then I'd fall back and make him fight forever and stalemate him here. And I figured by then I'd probably have tanks or Calliopes or something. That's kind of what's going through my mind at the moment here. Meanwhile, we do have Pax advancing up here, Eagle Eye Sniper advancing. So Quasimodem, his forward push, again, I just don't know what the idea is here. It's, you know, sorry, Agent. You know, like I said, these guys just kind of random ladder players. I'm sure he had something planned, but, you know, there are good places and bad places to spend all your time building tank traps, and I don't know that this is in any way effective at the moment. Maybe he's got bigger plans, and I'm just not seeing it all. But HMG team moving up. Unfortunately, that Eagle Eye Sniper is right on the ball. There he is, and Lee is going to have to run away carrying his machine gun. So, big infantry push here by Quasimodem. We'll see how well that's going to work out for him. He is firing up his infantry. Let me go ahead and swap over to his point of view there. So, heroic charge. I really have to make sure I use the right names here. Some people are very picky about that. But just a lot of mortars and the MG. These guys have got, you know, the Grenadiers have got the machine gun upgrade because they are the prepared Grenadiers. They come with that sort of thing. We get a single grenade off that unfortunately is a little bit ineffective, and Quasimodem's going to have to back out. You can see in the meantime here, I'm constantly getting pushed on this side, and I'm just falling back where necessary, getting ready to just give this place up, but I want to make them kind of pay for it, or at least stall for it. Quasi, on the other hand, just kind of fighting the good fight over here. It looks like he's actually managed to pull through the... the mortar team backed up a little bit, but they're still getting some good shots off. Meanwhile, he is now getting counterattacked by the middle player, Heinrich W., who's got flamethrowers and grenadiers and MP40s and all of that sort of stuff. So Quasimodem's going to have to retreat now, not being dissuaded in any way by these half-built tank traps and whatnot. And he does have a single heavy machine gun team here, which could be helpful for him. Let's see what else is going on. We've got the assault jeep capping back here. Again,